A warm welcome to one and all. Today let's discuss about segregation of solid waste. Myself Dr. V. Godwin Shanla, Associate Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Segregation of solid waste. Segregation is nothing sorting or separation of waste is termed as the waste segregation. It is mainly divided into dry and wet because the wet and the dry form of waste cannot be mixed together for treatment. Hence, the solid waste must be segregated separately into dry and wet form prior to the treatment. Mainly the dry waste are considered as wood and other related products. Woods, plastic, metal, glasses, etc. are termed as the dry waste, which must be separated at the source of generation itself. The wet waste mainly includes the organic waste, that is the food waste or the kitchen waste, which we are liberating into the day-to-day life activity from the houses, apartment, hostel, hotels, etc. These are little heavy due to the existence of the moisture content, and these must be segregated initially to prevent the unwanted contamination with the dry or wet waste. So, the waste segregation must be done in a proper way to minimize the unwanted generation of the gases and the toxic induction of the toxic materials and also the pathogen evolution. So, each waste must be properly categorized at the source of dumping or at the collection point. Hence, in order to do that, sorting method has been implemented, and so the purity and the quality of the waste segregation can be improved. So the sorting method on the other hand may be required to dispose or treat the waste in a proper way, and also which is done carried out at the source of generation and also at the area of separation. So these wastes must be sorted by the local disposal system itself, which may enhance the recovery process also. The various materials that are segregated are paper, cardboard, glasses, plastic, textile, woods, scrap metals. These are all the dry particles are the dry solid waste material. Compost, hazardous waste, residual waste. These are all the wet mass of solid waste. As I already said, the organic waste which is segregated at, must be segregated prior to the disposal, since the organic waste consists of large amount of uh, quantity of moisture content. So mainly this organic waste is nothing the leftover food or meat waste that must be collected separately from the source of generation, since it contains a fresh amount of bacteria which was not processed or pre-processed in an efficient way may leads to the excess generation of the microbial species, which may get spread over to the longer extent, may affect the source of generation of the waste as well as the proper processing of the waste in an efficient manner. And also the animal waste also consists of various organic compound. If the animal waste was not properly managed, these waste may interfere into the environment and affecting the ecosystem. Hence, these leftover waste must be sent to the proper area and must be sterilized in an efficient way prior to the reusability of the organic waste as a feed for the animal. And also the peels or the scarp waste from the leftover foods and the fruits should be composed in a proper way into the degradable matter into proper degradation process. So the compost waste which is obtained after the degradation of the organic matter can be used as a proper manure for the development of the various agricultural products. Other waste included for the composting are the flowers, coffee grounds, rotting fruit, tea bags, eggshells, nutshells, and paper towel, etc. Automation of municipal solid waste sorting process. This is nothing automatic method of sorting or segregating the solid waste in an efficient way. That is, we are using the standardized method to remove the solid waste in an efficient manner. Certain laws has been also be implemented for proper recycling of this waste and proper management of this waste and proper recovery of the waste from the recovery of product from the waste material which are generated due to the domestic purposes or the residential purposes based on the composition biodegradability method. Since in China, Turkey, Malaysia, Cambodia, Thailand, various amount of recyclability techniques has been implemented and the waste has been imported and it was automatically sorted, which may increases the recycling and through the automated sorting the proper sorting of the waste solid waste has also been done. And in addition to that, the negative impact of the waste to the environmental also get prevented. The automatic sorting process includes optical sorting. The optical sorting is through the means of optical devices. The sorting process is done. It is spectral image based sorting. The process imaging of the waste product through the spectral rays which was induced into the waste product, and the imaging has been taken. Based on that variation in the spectra, the waste has been sorted, and also by means of hyperspectral imaging algorithm through the machine learning method the waste is separated, and also through the infrared spectroscopy X-ray based sorting is done, laser induced breakdown spectroscopy is done, eddy current based sorting is also done to prevent the automation of municipal sorting is done to enhance the automation sorting process. Thank you.